What's good, Michael? We just some dudes talking sports. Hit that subscribe button. Damn it.
ASAP. We
So,
serious. Hit the like button. Subscribe.
word. So, I'm not going to get into a lot of Bucks talk today.
Okay.
However, I'm going to get into the discussion that we had earlier about Bucks 0-5 without Dame. What are they
With
without
Giannis,
Giannis?
3-1.
3-1. Yep.
3-1. So Lamont has the opinion that they're more of a rounded team. So before we get into discussion of this, Lamont, break down what you define as a more rounded team, or just gets more rounded. Period.
Well, what I said was a more well-rounded, balanced team. The attack comes from everywhere. Um, and that 5-0 record, I would have to know who those wins were against versus the 3-1 without Giannis, because those have been against some pretty good teams. The only
Correct. I
loss
would
was to
agree with that.
Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it also depends on because without Giannis, we're immediate. We're jump shooters. Well, minus Bobby.
Right.
He's an inside outside kind of guy. Definitely better outside than Giannis is. But we do turn into primarily a jump shot shooting team. So you
Correct.
live by the J and you die by the J, which I think is the only downfall without having Giannis in
Giannis.
there. And that's where I think we're not as well rounded because we miss that one element, that would probably make us a dominant team. But what I will agree with you, Lamont, is he still do. I think Giannis still is the one that's responsible in trying to incorporate everything to make it all blend. What you think?
Yeah, yeah, and before you go, what I mean by that is, and I think we've talked about this before,
Mm-hmm.
the team was built with jump shooters surrounding Giannis.
Right.
That's how they wanted to build the team. And what I think Giannis's problem is with jump shooters, they have to be in rhythm. So you can't dominate the ball and then expect them to just hit whenever you feel like they should hit. And I think the biggest um, uh, the one that I noticed the most of that is if you look at Jay Crowder numbers in those games, he's putting up very good numbers in those games without Giannis.
I mean, I think everybody more got to step up when he's not there. You know,
Yeah,
but I think to me, I think one of the only um, inconsistencies when Giannis is there is Dame.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the only consistency is Bobby. Everybody else is inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
That's because Bobby not afraid to shoot that thing. That boy
Right.
has
But he is afraid to pass. Bobby P is
right.
my guy. Bobby allergic to passing though, fam. We got to keep it real.
No,
But he put them numbers up.
He does. No, I'm not saying that.
he'll fill
Yeah.
in. He will fill in. And we had
I mean,
Middleton back too.
Middleton was hooping.
yeah, he looked good.
No, he
So
definitely looked
no,
good.
so just to clear the air for all you Bucks fans, I didn't say they were a better team. I
Right. Just
said
said
they
they
looked
move
more
better ball movement.
well-rounded and balanced.
Yeah, there's more ball movement.
He's lying.
Right.
Um,
Is more ball movement. No, I agree with you. And then the real X factor to this team is Middleton being healthy and Dame shooting reasonable. The
hey, you know
Bucks
what
are
though?
the Bucks are
Middleton looked good
23-0 or
defensively
something
too.
like that with Dame shooting 50%. We haven't lost a game where Dame shoots 50%. Not one.
And you know I found a odd stat is, do you know Dame is the first Buck in history with over 30 points
It
and
over, yeah,
15 assists in a game.
yep.
That's crazy.
I can. You know what? That is crazy. I would have thought that Oscar would have done that.
Right.
Yeah, that is crazy. I
Yep.
would have thought he would have did that. So, do you guys think keeping it in the East? Being honest, is Boston a shoe in for the East this year?
Absolutely not.
I,
Nah.
I would say they're the favorite, but not a sure win.
Correct.
I mean, I'm just saying they've been steamrolling teams, and they've been playing a lot of good team basketball.
And they've been
You know,
winning games.
Yeah.
They haven't lost without with Tatum been hurt. They still haven't lost yet.
yeah, they've been
Let's keep
playing.
that in mind.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like they've been playing really. They've been doing what we, of course, probably wanted the Bucks to do. They gelled together almost immediately, but they didn't have to. They 1 and 2 pieces remain the same during all this.
Right.
So I think
Correct.
that's a big
Yeah.
plus that they had.
But I'll
But
give you another stat that I'm sure both of y'all know, but I'll just say this: no Eastern Conference team that has been a number 1 seed since 2016 has gone to the finals.
really, I didn't know that.
The Bucks went as a number 3 seed.
That's
Right.
really interesting. That is
I
And,
think
and
the
the thing
last
that
team was like Cleveland or something like that
yeah,
with
the thing
LeBron.
that I'll say about Boston is their new additions are plug-in pieces.
Correct.
right.
Well,
That's what I
our
mean.
new addition was our new addition was the center, one of the centerpieces.
Right. For
Right.
years.
It 1 and 1A. It
Yeah,
was a 1 and 1A piece that they had to make work, and I don't think that that's easy. And that's why it's hard to say that it's championship or bust this year for me. You know, but
yeah,
they've had a lot of rough times with Middleton, and
Mm-hmm.
will really be interesting to see what they do in an off season
Jay Crowder was
when it
hurt for
comes
a
to
month
him.
or two though, Mike. Don't
Yeah,
forget. Jay
yeah,
Crowder was
and
hurt. You know what I'm saying?
so
Like,
yeah, and we may get it together if, especially this last run. This will be a perfect time for things to all really just start to settle in.
no,
You
I agree.
know,
But if you look at a positive note, if you want to be positive about the Bucks and look, when we play real competition, you see a different Bucks team versus when we play some tap water
I
squad.
agree.
You know what I'm saying? When we play a real team, them cats you can see from the door that they dialed in. I see Brook moving from a 3 to a 4.5. He's stepping his game up. Like every Beasley fighting over screens. Dame is
Yeah,
hustling on
yeah.
defense. So why I'm saying that is I think that this team, this is no disrespect, and I'm not saying this is a good thing. I don't think they really care about the regular season like that. I really don't think they care like that.
I hope that's the case. Um,
I'm not saying
because
it's appropriate. I feel what y'all about to say, but I just don't
well,
think as a
no,
veteran team they care that much.
I think and here's a question though, and being honest, and I'm gonna say this more towards Lamont too because
Mm-hmm.
I know how he feels about this. Again, I've always said we got to play Indiana those 5 games. We played them really fast in the first quarter of the season.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think they fare, Lamont? How do they think that they would fare to them now against Indiana?
Honestly, I don't know.
Do you think would you see any
Honestly,
difference?
I don't know. Um, I couldn't answer that, man, because it's the games that we played against them. We either got beat by 20 or was down by 20 and had to come back.
Yeah,
Or
and
had them down by 20 and they came back. I'm sorry. Um,
they
so I
got
don't know it.
Siakam
And
now
we
too.
picked up Siakam. The Siakam wasn't there. So it's 2 totally different teams. We didn't have Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's 2 totally different teams. What I'll say is, I, this goes to what you just said, Am. they better be taking this serious because although they're a veteran team, they're a new team, new coach. Like
Correct.
they really need to gel together more so than any other team in the East.
That's fair.
No other team has had all those changes, so
Right.
they need to take it serious and put together a good streak that they can build off of and see like, okay, this is our brand of basketball. This is our identity.
Right. Only thing I throw in there that's different for both teams, I know they got Siakam, but us discovering AJ Green is a difference maker.
Yeah,
AJ Green be
Yeah,
getting buckets in bunches, bro, and he play defense. Like
like
to
on the
me,
on
I
the
yeah,
think
on the
I don't want to get
Duncan,
too
he's on
much
like
into
offensively. He like on the Duncan Robinson side of the game, where you
right,
leave him open, he'll bang that. You
right.
know, I'm not saying he is.
yeah.
I'm not saying he was as good as Duncan Robinson his shot, but you know,
Oh, I will say he's on par, if not better. If you look at the percentages, dude, AJ Green almost automatic, bro. He almost automatic. And the thing is, I'll say him versus Duncan. I done seen AJ Green take clutch shots. I ain't never seen Duncan Robinson really bury a team. I done seen AJ Green as a rookie take big shots and bury a team. Like that 30-foot three he pulled up. I was like, what are you doing? And it was like
yeah,
2 minutes left in the game. I was like, well, we might have been at that game, Mike, where he came up
yeah.
like the 30-foot. I
But
was like,
that's what I always say is where I think the game slowed down for Green, you know, and I don't think the
mm,
same has happened with Jackson and Beauchamp. You know, I think it's still going real fast for them. And like I said, that's why they foul so quickly because the game moving. I think it's moving too quick
that's
right
low
now.
key valid. That's kind of valid.
Yeah, no,
And not to mention, I think, unfortunately, I think the coaching staff and other players have shown more um, trust in Green than they
Correct.
have with the other two. And part of that is because of the skill sets. Green is a shooter, and the other two are slashers. So when you have all those other
Okay.
people down low at Giannis and everything, their slashing is very limited, and you're just asking them to be spot up shooters, and that's not their game.
yeah, yeah. And
That's
I
fair
honestly
point.
don't. And I don't think Beauchamp is ready yet to be told. I thought he was beginning of the season, but yeah, I don't think he's
He
ready.
might be a year away. I think next year it'll be his
Yeah,
time. Cause he got the skill set. You see it even when he beat them games of a for them short burst. You're like, oh, he can dribble a little bit. He can catch and shoot. He got a
right.
nice little well-rounded skill set, and he played defense. And just like you said, the game got to slow down for him. AJ Green, it just clicked. But for AJ Green, like you said, they showed more trust early, giving him a lot more playing time than I feel
Yeah,
the other two. I feel he got
And he's
considerably more
just a
playing
shooter.
time.
Yeah,
yeah.
and
That's
he's
fair.
just a shooter, so he don't really have a lot to do but just stand there and wait for the ball.
Right,
And he
but you
will
know,
shoot it.
but see, and
Right.
a lot
Right.
of
He ain't
players,
scared.
have that get put in that situation, and I don't think it's easier than said is done. You know, you get them open looks, but the pressure is on to hit them shots.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. So
And Bam, Duncan Robinson buried us last season.
Oh
man,
yeah, I don't want to talk that. I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Man,
I
he
don't
was
know.
going nuts last. Because you
We
man,
got him
remember
a
they
whole
had
new
benched him.
contract. We got him a whole new contract. Duncan Robinson should be building a school in the inner city for what we did for him and his family. We got him a
dude,
whole new retirement plan behind
he
that
was
shit.
on
Because
He was on the
fire.
bench. He was on the
if
bench the
you
whole
remember,
season
he was benched, and then when Tyler Hero got hurt, he came in and was lighting us up.
and got a new contract.
What was it?
He got
NBA
a new
Jam?
contract.
Was it NBA Jam where you went when you start to light up
Yeah,
the little thing
Yeah, when
start
you get on
glowing?
That
fire.
John,
Yeah,
right?
he was on fire. So I'm about to read off some names. All right,
Okay.
Anthony Edwards, Luca,
Superstar.
SGA,
Superstar. Don't say that.
Dame, Dev Booker, Tatum. Who's the first to get a ring? Let me know if you need me to read them off again.
Dame. I can 100% guarantee it's Dame. 100%.
So if you say Dame, who excluding Dame, then who you got?
Then it would naturally be Tatum because if we don't win it, they gonna win it. None of them other cats is real threats like that.
Minnesota is tied for first in the West right now, if I'm not mistaken, or they may be number two.
Minnesota as a state and as an organization is known for failure. The Vikings, the the
Wow.
Timberwolves, they haven't won anything since they stole Paul Molitor from the Milwaukee Brewers, and they've been cursed ever since they won them championships with the Twins.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask like this then. I'll ask this question differently. Who would be your top three players that you would think would get a ring first? Who would be in that upper echelon? Again, it's Ant Edwards, Luca, SGA, Dame, Dev Booker, Tatum.
SGA got the best team.
I I think the one that will probably get a ring first is Tatum,
That's fair.
then Dame. Yeah, then Dame. I just think maybe this may be Boston's year. Then I'll say Dame, and then third.
SGA, right?
See, the West is tricky, man. I might say Ant
Okay, that's fair. I like Ant. Out of all the
Interesting.
players
because
on
if
that
we're
list, I
doing it,
think he's the most talented. Out of everybody on that list, I think he's the most gifted and talented.
I
Ant
agree.
Edwards.
and the reason why I did it like that is because if we're doing it how Mike just asked, so year one Tatum, year two Dame, so that puts that Minnesota team 3 years out, which gives
Mm,
them more experience. You see what I'm saying? I think they're about 2 or 3 years away from being dominant in the West.
mm.
Who you got, Am?
Gotta use that.
I
I put my
actually agree with I agree with Lamont. To be honest, yeah,
yeah,
that's
I
fair.
put my
Everything he said
thinking
is
cap
valid.
on.
Yeah, that's valid. No, for real, that's valid.
Okay,
I
Yeah.
okay.
understand that. Yeah, that's valid. Can't wait to
So,
talk this football, boy. Ooh.
so do you think? How far you think the Wolves can get without Cat?
First round.
Oh, I think they no. I think they would get as far as they would uh, get with them. And
Ew.
the reason why I say that is because it allows Ant to be Ant, and then you have Paul Reed coming in that puts up solid numbers and knows his
His
role.
role. Mm,
Okay.
that's
You know,
fair.
I'm
but
on fire today.
Look
yeah,
at it. On a Monday?
yeah.
On a Monday?
Slow
All right.
down, baby. Slow down. Slow down.
All right.
So, what do you think, Am, as far as with Cat not being there though?
I can't see them getting further than the first round. Because you do need Cat. He stretches the floor, he rebounds. I mean, he was the franchise player until Ant Edwards came, who's a kind of a generational talent. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's like us without Middleton. Yeah, we can win games, but you need Middleton against the real good teams because he stops runs or he creates a run.
How many games has Cat been out so far now?
I don't know exactly.
Yeah, me
It's
either.
been like 2 weeks though. I
I
think.
would like to see I would like to see Paul Reed's numbers in those absent games.
Mm.
Because I bet you he's giving you about the same.
They haven't slipped really. You
Yeah,
know,
true.
they've been in the same fight for that one seed. You know, with the Clippers and Denver this entire time. So
Yeah,
you may have a point.
Yeah, the West is crazy.
Yeah,
it
you may
is.
very well have a point. And
Even if
speaking
you're
of
the
the,
one seed, that don't mean you dominant in the West. You just might have a slightly
Yeah,
better record than 2-3. It don't mean you was just washing people. It mean you
But
just eked out a few more wins than second and third place.
right.
yeah.
But now speaking of the West though, can can Golden State and LA, are they even capable of getting out of that 9-10 seed? Or are they going to be stuck there? Because when you start looking at it, when you look at the West and you start looking at right above that 9 seed, it may be hard for them. They're going to have to go on runs. And I don't see either team consistently being able to go on runs like a 5-game winning streak. I think that's challenging for both of those squads. Maybe more
Well, Golden
LA than
State,
Golden State. I was about to say because Golden State's been playing good basketball.
I don't
and
think it
they
matters
went
what
on, I
seed
think,
they
like a
come in.
5 or 6 game
Yeah,
run.
yeah,
I don't know if
true.
it matters what seed they come in, as long as they in the playoffs. Nobody wants to play Golden State. Nobody wants to play LA.
Yeah, but they're gonna
Yeah.
have to get in a play-in. They're gonna be in play-in situations. And
Hopefully
then
against each other.
Right.
yeah, then it would be interesting if they had a Denver. If they had Denver from the first round, that would be crazy. And I
For
don't
who?
think. I mean, just crazy to watch.
For the
But I
Lakers
don't.
against Denver?
Yeah, I think it'll be a good,
Yeah, they might
a good
actually win
series.
one game this
Four. Yeah, I
time
was gonna
for
say
Denver
four
now.
two.
Yeah, they
I'll
might
give
win.
them 4-2.
They'll win a game, bro. That's it.
Just one.
I can't see them winning 2 games. I can't see it. Even this year, Denver been putting hands and feet on the Lake. They're just a bad matchup. They're a bad matchup.
Yeah,
They're
Yeah, you know
athletic at
what?
the positions that usually they take advantage of. Gordon and Jokic together is a nice compliment. Then you got Murray, and then Michael Porter Jr. Like, it's not a good matchup for the Lakers with their
yeah,
size and athleticism. They're just not a good matchup.
yeah. They didn't
Just
have an
not a good
answer for
matchup.
Gordon in the playoffs. I remember
Right.
too.
But like, and vice versa, Denver's not a good match. Denver doesn't want to play a team like the Bucks. We a bad matchup for them.
Yeah,
We a bad matchup for them. It's gonna be about matchups. It's gonna be about
And I think
matchups in the West.
the key for the Lakers is D'Angelo Russell, man. He been playing real good lately.
Right. I agree.
I mean, he dropped what 44 on the Bucks.
Yeah, we let him do it though.
Mhm.
he
You
has.
let somebody get that many open threes. I mean, what do you expect to happen? You're gonna hit some eventually. Even point snitch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hope those two play each other though. I mean, I really don't care what happens in the West, but
Right.
I just don't want the Lakers to win. I don't want LeBron to win nothing.
Facts.
yeah. I
I'm a
think
100% support of that.
I think the only way that he can get out the West, out the first round, the Lakers, is if like the Clippers get the 1 seed. I think the Lakers can beat. I think the Lakers can beat the Clippers in a 7-game series. If I'm being honest, you see what's happening to them now. They're slowly starting to slip a little bit. Without Westbrook, they're not. They don't got that same energy. They don't got that same spark. They haven't been playing the best basketball lately. It's gonna be
But
interesting.
it's a long season, though. You're gonna have ups and
It's not
downs.
a yeah, but it's not a long season anymore. It's
Yeah, true.
16 games left for most teams. So yeah,
As as much as I don't like the Lakers, I honestly think outside of Denver, they got a chance against some other teams because their other teams
Yeah,
are all inexperienced.
correct.
but
I agree.
but but they're not gonna get a chance to, from a playoff perspective. They're not gonna get a chance to see those other teams. It's gonna be a 1 seed more than likely that they're gonna have to face.
Correct.
Well,
Maybe
yeah,
a
that's
two
what I'm
seed.
saying.
Yeah,
Unless Denver stays in that 1 seed or 2 seed, I think the Lakers can put out uh, uh,
okay.
a
OKC.
Phoenix, a Clippers, a OKC, a
Now it'll either.
Minnesota.
I think when it's said and done, it's either gonna be Minnesota or OKC or Denver.
I think
And I would
OKC
say
is gonna do better
Denver.
than we think. I think OKC is gonna do better than we think in the playoffs.
That's why I think
I
that
hope
too.
so.
I don't think that I don't think OKC is going to be a cakewalk like
Mm-mm.
people think. They got a lot of talent on that squad.
Bro,
Hell, I mean, when you look at the West in general, I don't think no team is going to be easy to beat.
right?
Yeah,
Sacramento dangerous.
right.
Yeah, yeah. The West is dangerous.
Yeah, I agree. It's treacherous over there. Like 1 through 10 is treacherous. Where the East is more top heavy. It's like the first 5 teams, and then
So you know
Yeah.
what that means, right?
What?
mm-mm.
LeBron is going to come back to the East.
That's
He like,
funny.
oh hell
That's
no,
funny on
y'all didn't
multiple
tell me
levels.
about this. He like, the
Speak.
hell with this. I'm going back.
Right.
Speaking of Brian, so
No.
serious question. Serious question. If the allegations were hands down for real that he was on PEDs, seriously, would how much of an impact would that have on his legacy? And I feel like
Everything.
not much. I don't feel like much.
Yeah, I don't know if they even care anymore.
I don't
Man,
think
look,
it's a different sport than football.
what would lessen it?
I don't. I don't know. I think that for a lot of times, I don't know. I think that you just don't because just on a simple fact that you don't hear of steroid allegations in basketball, that it wouldn't be a big thing.
Okay, so here's what I'll say about that. First of all, I think it's 100% true because if you look at everything that's taking place, he goes down to Miami, he gets put on that same list, and he bulked up a lot down in Miami. And that was the same year when he was playing, was it San Antonio when he had all the cramps, had to get carried off the court, which is a steroid side effect. Um,
Hmm.
his name was on the same list with who was the Packers player that was on there?
Oh yeah.
I
Clay
don't know.
Matthews, wasn't it?
Clay Matthews and the rest of them. LeBron's name was on there. So soon as Balco gets busted, LeBron James bounces. He leaves. And if you remember that summer, he claimed he was on a no carb diet
Oh, he went
and
keto to lose all
he
that weight and
looked
slim down.
skinny.
You right.
So the reason why I say that it should take away his complete legacy is because what's the benefits of steroids? Bigger, stronger,
Healing
faster,
and you heal faster too.
Mm-hmm.
and you heal faster. So how much of his um,
Longevity.
longevity is attributed to steroid use? He's
Damn.
been faster and stronger than everybody. So you would have
Yeah.
to damn near go all the way back to Miami. You didn't have no championships at the time. You wasn't first place in scoring.
The
Like
pressure.
I'm gonna have to put an asterisk behind everything you did since Miami.
Wow. Hey.
You did it to Barry Bonds and he wasn't even caught.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a fact. He never really got caught.
No
Exactly.
Bonds, and he gets crucified like he has been.
But then Alex
Right.
Rodriguez admitted to it, and they treat him like it did nothing happen no more.
Well, LeBron needs to just come on out then.
Alex Rodriguez did his little
Take
cry.
that
Oh man,
chance,
I
LeBron.
got that big contract. I was under pressure. I needed to play so many games. I had to do it. Word?
Hey,
That
this is
is
a plea from your number one fan, Ham, LeBron. Please just come on out, be the role model that you are, admit that you made a mistake, that you didn't know that it was in those protein shakes that you was using,
for
and we
years.
could just put this behind. Yeah, we just put this
He be
behind
eating the
us.
same meat like like Canelo. Him and
Right.
Canelo get their meat from the same person.
Dude, that's hey, Let me tell you, Lamont, that was such a low key jab at Canelo Alvarez because he had nothing to do with this conversation. He don't like Canelo that much that he somehow managed to incorporate this man. Wow. That takes some serious. That's some serious hate to tie it all in. Like
You right.
you made sense. Like
That was
wow.
just needed. That was
And,
just
and
needed.
and what did they do in the color purple? And if you don't,
Right.
Savannah,
Everything
That
you
was
do.
Savannah's
funny.
gonna cheat on you. Savannah's gonna
That was
cheat on you.
actually wild funny right there. Hilarious.
For real.
And this is something I'm gonna throw this in there too, man. And maybe y'all will agree, maybe you won't agree. I'm a name drop too. I said this to Gilbert Arenas when he was trying to go back and forth with me at 2 o'clock in the morning on his podcast comments. But
Yeah, that was
what
wild.
I said to him when I mentioned the steroid thing, because he brought up Michael Jordan, and I was like, okay, but you yourself said Michael Jordan needed his knee drained after every practice. So his longevity, you saw the effects of age.
Right.
Um, what I'm going to say about the LeBron thing is maybe the pressure of wanting to play with your son, because why did your son have a heart issue or passed out at practice? Is he using something he isn't supposed to?
I don't think he would have got
Mm,
tested immediately though.
Well, I mean, not necessarily because LeBron's the dad.
true.
Yeah.
Do,
I don't
You
know how
never
do
much.
you
know.
think
I just say you
USC is
never
going?
know.
Or do you think USC is going to take them chances to out his son
Right.
when attendance and all of that is, the LeBron effect? So I don't know, man. It's all suspect.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird, but I don't know. People blame it on COVID. So they said he got
Well,
the.
he got it. Well, I knew Johnson and Johnson and Pfizer had COVID shots. I didn't know Balco was giving them out.
Shut up.
That is hilarious.
Hey, we're just gonna have to. We just had to give it up to Lamont.
That was hilarious.
He's on fire today. He is on
Damn.
absolute fire today.
That was
I
wild.
prepared.
So Ben Simmons, second back surgery, 3 years. Is he done?
Yes. Absolutely.
Not with the back. Oop, it's like Larry Johnson now. At this point,
Yeah.
once your back go out. I
Same
remember
with
that was
T-Mac.
or Larry Bird. I remember that was the end of Bird's career when
Yeah.
his back was going
T-Mac,
out. Yep.
Tracy
Chris
McGrady
Mullen.
too.
Yep. Chris Mullen
Yeah.
was back.
Yep.
T-Mac back.
Once the back is, technology ain't even really changed to help that situation out
Right. Tim
much, in
Duncan
my
too was
opinion.
kind of back
Yeah.
issues
Yeah.
toward the end of his career.
Yeah. Once the back goes out, it's over with.
It's over with.
You know.
Yep.
As
So
Dave Chappelle said, he need a bacchiotomy.
Yeah, he didn't back you out.
so would you if you're Brooklyn, you play with Brooklyn, right? If you're
Yeah,
Brooklyn, do you let him go, or do you see what he do after?
he's
Do you
done.
just try to see what he do after the back surgery, or do you just cut your losses at this point?
He destroyed your franchise.
He really did, and ain't shot one 3-pointer that entire time. Not one.
Well, I don't think he destroyed them. I think that was Kevin, Kyrie, and James,
I think that's
because he
really. I
got
think
rid
he
of your
really got
whole
it.
damn team.
Yeah.
I think he really put that more on Harden. I think Harden kind of was the one that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I would
Harden need to be on a keto diet.
or just a
I
diet.
would see what he can give me next year. I would see what he could give me starting off the season next year. And then by trade deadline, if he's not really, what I need, then just give me anything.
But
But I'm just not going to lose him or take no cap hit.
I don't think he's a tradable piece anymore. Not at the money that he's making. Nobody's taking a you know.
Well, he would have to eat that contract because
Yeah,
I'm not going to.
Yeah, true.
yeah. I don't know. He ain't trade bait for sure though.
Nah.
He come back next year. He's still making the money that he's making though.
Yeah, I mean, he gonna make like 40 mil, something stupid. But you know what? His
Yeah.
contract might almost be up. Hold on a second. Y'all go ahead. I just want to check something real quick. I feel like his contract is almost up.
Yeah, and he won't be the same. He won't be the same player from another back
No.
surgery. No, I can't see
He
it.
Right.
looked good when he played this year, though.
No, he had moments, but
Yeah.
he hasn't been. He's been a shell of himself for the past 4 years.
You know what I think? I think he's still capable of giving
Ooh.
you what?
What he making?
So, so this year, last year, next year is his last year of his contract. This year he get 38 million. Next year
Oh,
40 million. So he'd be a
okay.
tradable piece then. So he would just be like,
That's what I'm
all right,
saying.
yeah, we'll trade and get him. Then we get $40 million off our cap next year and can get a real superstar.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you something. And he knows that. Um, man, coming off the bench for a team, hell, like it. Let's just say him coming off the bench for the Bucks, he giving you Draymond Green numbers.
Correct.
yeah,
He could get you a very low triple double at any moment. You know, 999 or something crazy. I mean, not 999, but he hell that could be his averages 999. But
yeah,
he could still capable of giving you that.
Right.
yeah. No, and it's no pressure on him too.
Yeah,
To have to do any last minute shots or shoot free throws. Just play your 15 minutes, get in there.
And that's it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. But you're not making
yeah. I would
40.
offer him whatever the minimum I can. I would offer him that because ain't nobody else going to give him nothing.
Depends how he come back.
Well, that's why I said I would play him
Yeah.
next season until
Mhm.
trade deadline.
Yeah, but he's
If
definitely
nothing
a
else,
tradable
just to
asset. That
showcase.
contract is a tradable asset. The contract he
Yeah,
had is an asset.
yeah.
So what you want to talk about in football?
My
Let it
Packers,
loose.
my
Let it loose.
Packers, hey, my Packers look was cutthroat. They was like, hey, we love you, Aaron Jones. You did a lot, but you don't really play like that. We got to get you up out of there. Bakhtiari, we like when you come to the Bucks games and do all the drinking. We feel you. We love you. You don't play like that. You got to get up out of here. Devondre Campbell, you slow. We got to get you up out of here. They cleaned house like I've been waiting for years. They got rid of all them tap water players that I didn't like. All in one foul swoop. They was gone in the off season. It was like Matt LaFleur all of a sudden got common sense out of nowhere, or somebody was on his shoulder telling him exactly what the people wanted. I have absolutely no issues with any of the Packers' moves this season. And the best thing they did was get that dark cloud over Green Bay, Wisconsin, called Joe Barry. And with him gone, is only greatness, which was that's what the G stands for the Green Bay Packers. It stands for greatness. Now we can return to greatness once we got this fool off our team known as Joe Barry. That's it.
But what about our pickups?
Oh, they're dope. Josh Jacobs. He just won the Russian title 2 years ago for Vegas.
I was gonna
He
say what
and
happened
he's
last year.
26. He's 20. He played well, but the Raiders are cleaning house. They rebooting. The
Yeah,
Raiders
because
rebooting.
he only had like 800 yards last year.
Yeah, but the Raiders were bad a lot. I think he'll be much better on our team. And I wish we get rid of AJ Dillon and get somebody out the draft. But I like the defensive dude that we got. I like the defensive coordinator we got. Everybody's real hype on. So I think the sky's the limit now for the Packers to keep it real. But other teams made some good moves though too. I think Pittsburgh actually getting two quarterbacks was smart.
Uh, yeah, I'm split like at that one. You know, because somebody's getting. Who do you think gets the starting spot?
Let Russell
Russ.
now. Yeah, but he can learn behind Russell. And he's still a very young player. I think this is the perfect move. They were unable to win. Do you know how much coaching that Tomlin had to do to get them to 500 with Kenny Pickett as your quarterback? Kenny Pickett wouldn't be an all-star in the CFL.
You know, well, just to clarify something as far as Josh Jacobs, he only got that 800 because you remember beginning of the season, a lot of them running backs wasn't playing because they wasn't getting the contract, so they were sitting out.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jonathan, so a lot of
Yeah,
them took
Taylor.
them
Taylor.
first few games
Yeah,
off.
John. Yeah,
Jonathan
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yep.
As far as Pittsburgh, I think Tomlin. I think that what they did was mastermind. I don't think they wanted Russ as their quarterback. I think they brought him in to basically mentor Fields,
Mm-hmm.
a young quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you become this is a professional. You know what I mean?
And it ain't costing them nothing with both. They didn't give up nothing.
Dude, it's costing them 1.2 million
And a
to
sixth
bring
and
in
seventh
Russell
round draft pick, which means nothing.
to
So
mentor a young talent.
right. So does so that so that means Chicago's definitely going after Caleb.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the right move, but that's what they doing.
I don't know
Oh, it's
how
gonna
Caleb.
backfire.
I don't know how Caleb feels about that.
I think Caleb might be slightly overrated.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's his what he can do in the future. You know, not right now. You know, I think they see his potential.
Mess around and have one of them Bryce Young years.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll have to see what they do in the draft, but I think they're gonna be putting him in the same position that Justin Field was in. You got a
Literally.
good quarterback with no talent around him.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what kind of draft picks they get this year.
They would
Well,
have been
and
able
yeah,
to get. They would have been able to get two receivers and solidified that offense. They could have got Marvin Harrison Jr. or either one of them receivers from LSU or the one receiver for Washington that was snapping with that one quarterback for the one the one the Heisman.
yeah, yeah. I can't think of his name, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
only
Penix Jr. or whatever. Yeah, whatever his name is.
no, that's from
Oh,
Washington.
Washington. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about from Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the thing that I'll say, what the smart thing that I think they did do is now they don't have to make a decision on paying Justin Field
Mm-hmm.
because this would have been his pay year.
Okay.
Um, and they have a lot of money. So
Mm-hmm.
they must be just saying, you know what, we just go sign a bunch of free agents instead
True.
of going into the draft. Let's get our franchise quarterback and then just pay a bunch of money out of our pocket. Tap your mic, Mike.
They haven't really made a lot of moves yet.
Well,
Chicago. You
yeah,
know.
Chicago know
So
how to mess it up. They'll mess it up. Don't worry about it. They'll mess it up.
yeah, they will.
They'll mess it up. But Pittsburgh, if they get a quarterback, it's going to be interesting out there in the AFC because Kenny Pickett is really bad. He's really bad.
Well, they got two of them now. And
Right.
I mean, Russ didn't play horrible last year.
No,
He's
26
still looking
touchdowns,
good.
8 picks.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not bad. Yeah.
No. And for a coach that didn't want you.
Correct.
right. Very true. Very
I think
true.
he has
Was
something to
doing
prove
everything
too
to make
in
you.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So now you got a solid organization.
Mm-hmm.
You got a good defense. You got a running back. You got stud receivers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he might put up some monster numbers.
Very possibly. Yeah. It'll make the running game better because now you can't just stack the box.
Right.
Because
Well,
nobody was
and you got
scared
a
of Kenny
mobile
Pickett.
quarterback.
Yeah, nobody was
Either
scared of Kenny Pickett. Yeah.
no. either route that they go with, whether it's Russ or Justin Fields, you got a mobile quarterback.
Right. What I think should have happened would have made more sense to me. I don't know why Atlanta didn't try to trade for Justin Fields. Instead, you pay a 35-year-old Kirk Cousins 4 years with 140 million. Who whose man's is
Coming
that? Why
off
would
an
you do that?
Achilles,
But
coming off an Achilles injury.
but don't you kind of find it funny how nobody really went after Justin Fields? Like
Yeah.
nobody went at nobody.
I
You
Well,
don't
we
know.
know.
don't know. We don't know because I didn't. That Pittsburgh thing came out of nowhere,
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just saying you
so it
didn't
wasn't.
hear. Yeah, I'm just saying I didn't hear a lot of teams vying for him.
But how
You
many
know,
teams
Yeah.
really need a quarterback?
I mean everybody needs a quarterback, and
Not a
he's playing.
starting quarterback.
No, but he's not a starting quarterback. You just said yourself he coming off he a number two. So
Well,
anybody would.
Russell Wilson is a proven true bona fide starter. That's why.
And then what I'm saying though is, so yeah, a lot of teams would have wanted a backup quarterback in the likes of Justin Fields. I would have thought. No
But I
one went
think
after
Justin
him.
Fields is a starter.
Okay, but he's not
Well,
starting.
I think I think probably the reason of that is because if you're going after him as a backup, um, you're going to have to pay him starter money because he's done with his rookie contract.
Correct.
And by what Pittsburgh did was got a starter for backup money. So
Correct.
it's like reversed. We only
Mm.
paying you 1.2 to be a starter, and then we just give Justin Field, you know, what he's going to be due moving forward.
Right, because he's their future starter. One way or the
Right.
other, he's their future. Justin Fields is their future, and he
I
helped
Yeah.
don't.
them
So
I
get
they
don't.
some
just
I feel
quarterbacks.
like wait. I don't know how accurate that is. As he's the start. I think he's potentially being looked at as a starter. Like I think he's still being interviewed. I
Yeah,
don't. I don't think that he's the next coming. Star in Pittsburgh. You can. You can. I think you're giving him a little too much.
he's about to
Too
be
much
poor man's
props.
Lamar Jackson. Let's go,
I think. But
Justin.
no. What I'm saying is, I think at any point, you know how football is for sure.
Yeah,
They'll get rid of both of them and start all over.
true.
You know.
But I think they made the move with
Yeah. No.
hopes of that.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
No, no,
that's
no. I agree with that. But no, I'm just
yeah.
saying that he can get if something better comes along,
Oh
which
yeah.
really something better very much could come along. He'd be
Well, yeah,
he'd be out. I think they're giving
yeah,
him a
but
chance. I think they're just giving him a chance at it.
Right. That's fair.
You know.
yeah. I mean, because the potential is there.
Correct.
He just didn't have anything around
And it's not like he came from the best organization in the world for grooming quarterback. Let's keep it 100% a dollar. The last time the Chicago Bears had a good quarterback was 1980 something with Jim McMahon. They
Yeah.
haven't had a stable quarterback since 85.
But you said
85.
him.
yourself, Atlanta
Jim
passed
McMahon
up.
wasn't even that good.
Hmm?
But Atlanta passed up, just like you said. They passed up and got a 35-year-old quarterback instead of even blinking an eye at Justin Fields.
But who else was looking at? Nobody else was looking at Kirk Cousins either, coming off of Achilles.
I'm,
They just
I'm
happen to
not.
want to.
I'm saying like, but a dude that was again a 35-year-old who's coming off surgery, you pick him up over Justin Fields. Why is that?
They
But
already
we
have
don't know
pieces in
what.
place. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, true. Go ahead, Lamont.
But we don't know what Chicago was asking for Fields either.
Hmm.
So none of that was public. And I don't think they really wanted to. Your light ain't on my. I
No,
don't think
something
that
with your. It might be. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't think that
Yeah,
they
your audio
wanted.
sounds
Yeah,
crazy.
okay, it's not just me. Yeah, something is wrong
Yeah,
with your
yeah.
audio.
So
I
with
thought it
your
was my
audio,
headphones.
Lamont.
Mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you talking over a subway speaker.
Well, then, would you like to place an order?
Hey, we can't do no more shows on Monday. We gotta wait till Tuesday, bro. I can't do this with LeBron. Bro, I
That
can't
was
do this
great,
with LeBron. He too quick on the draw on a Monday, bro. I can't.
dude. Hey, and it sounds just like that too.
Right, I can't do this with LeBron on no Mondays, bro. He too much. That man he on
Well,
fire
for
today, bro.
There we go.
Yeah,
is it good now?
yeah,
Now
you
you're
good?
good.
Yeah,
Uh, um, yeah, man. I just don't think that they really put it all out there because they didn't know if they was going to keep him or not.
yeah, true.
Yeah, but watch, you'll see what kind of contract he gets. He gonna get a very. It ain't gonna be no 60 mil guarantee, nothing like that.
No,
I think he gonna get a
yeah,
very
He gonna
contract.
get a franchise friendly contract.
it- I thought you was going to say what I was about to say. They might even just to buy themselves another year to watch. They might even franchise tag him.
Oh yeah, that's true. No, that'd be too much money. The
You're
franchise
not gonna
tag is
waste
the
your
average of
nah.
every quarterback. No, they're
Yeah,
not doing that either.
Well,
Uh-uh.
no. Well, let's hear me out. I would rather franchise tag him and take that money hit than have him sign a 3 or 4 year contract for 160,
but
$200 million, and now I'm on
uh,
the hook with him.
the thing is, though, is no one's after him like that for him to be signing that kind of contract. I feel like y'all are way too excited about Justin Fields. I don't think that he's getting that kind of money. I don't think they're at any panic to figure out a contract for him. And I don't think people are. I don't think people are scratching to get at this dude. I just don't. I don't think that he's
Oh,
honestly. I don't think that he's. I don't think people was banging down Chicago door to make trades to get. To get him.
Well, see, and I'm not going to hold the organization against him. I think he's a very talented quarterback. He just had nothing around him.
Right.
And in
Okay. Wait.
his
Wait. Wait.
defense,
Would you put him in the Lamar Jackson?
well, come on, that's not
But
fair.
that's
well,
not
no.
fair.
But you just wait. You said it's not fair, but you just mentioned him possibly getting like a 4 year, some ridiculous contract. That's putting him in that field of money.
Well,
What I'm
no, it's not.
what
No,
I'm
that Lamar Jackson getting like 200 something with like
yeah, but
damn
he
near
ain't
200 guaranteed.
he's
Like
not
he got
$100.
great.
He's not $100 million quarterback.
Well, we don't know.
That's what
No,
they'll
what I'm
find
saying
out.
right, but what I'm saying is you're not gonna find that out. How you gonna find that out next this year coming up?
All I'm gonna say this, Mike. What you saying make great sense, but then I'll tell you, look at Daniel Jones, and now look at the Giants. Daniel Jones got like 160, 170 million. They are trying to get away from him. And I will say this: say what you want about Justin Fields, he's better than Daniel Jones.
And if you think about this, how many coaches has he had since he's been there? How many offensive coordinators has he had since he's been there? How
Talk
many
to
weapons has he had since he's been there?
I'm
Like
not
everything's been a
I'm not
disaster
and
around
I'm
him.
not okay, and that's what it is, but what I'm saying is you're only as good as your last season. And what I'm saying is nobody was making no big trades to get him, when they had the opportunity.
We don't know.
Hold on. I mean, but we do know because again, there was teams who needed a quarterback and passed on him. You know,
Well, that's what I'm
and but hold
saying.
on, let
We
me get
don't.
my point. Hold on, let me get my point. This is my show, and I want to. Sorry, I just always wanted to say that. I'm sorry, but um,
I'm gonna have to copyright that logo.
right that logo. Why are you playing with this man? You see he on
So
fire
next time,
today.
so next time I'm gonna be like, well, actually,
right, right, you gonna hold up some. But no, what I'm saying though is he's not gonna play next year. Russell Wilson's gonna start. We all have agreed on that.
Right.
So what I'm saying is his contract's up after this season, right? Or does he have more time? So if it's
either this year or next year.
For sure, yeah.
so what I'm saying is I don't see how he's gonna probably sign. He probably will want to sign a 1 year contract after this year or something like that. But I don't think that he's gonna have to after this year. He's gonna have to prove himself either to Pittsburgh or to
or
some other
somewhere else.
team. And I
Right.
don't think that he's gonna be in no high demands to be asking for any type of money. He's gonna have to spend at least 1 year to show what he got. Because he's gonna
That's
lose a
fair.
season. He's gonna lose a season in Pittsburgh unless Russ get hurt, or something like that.
Right.
So
I agree.
I'll just say this: everything you're saying is right, but if you look at it from Pittsburgh perspective, uh, Justin Fields, just on his body of work already, is better than they last 3 to 4 starters.
yeah.
Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph,
Oh, I mean
all of these,
Pittsburgh. It's genius on Pittsburgh's part.
Mitchell
Yeah.
Trubisky. He better than all them cats.
Yeah, and I think that he is going to be a good quarterback, honestly. But I just don't think it's been proven yet.
Right. Well, he showed you
No.
what he could
And
do with one good receiver. DJ Moore damn near had a career year with Justin Fields. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. He
Yeah,
almost had a career year with Fields, and that was the only
yeah,
receiver they had.
yeah, I think that he's a young quarterback, too many changes going on around him,
Right.
no weapons, and I think he got frustrated and it showed in his play. Now he's going to a very stable environment
Right.
that really is only missing a quarterback. And
yeah.
then that coach, Mike Tomlin, is a genius,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he's going to put the confidence in him and hold him accountable. I think he's going to be all right, man.
Yeah, I agree.
No,
And,
I do
and,
too.
and speaking of the Ravens too, do y'all think Derrick Henry got anything left? Honestly,
Oh,
I
for
know we
sure.
are Derrick
Yes.
Henry fans. Do y'all think he
Yep.
quit on Tennessee?
Yep. Definitely, he quit
Wait
on
a minute,
Tennessee.
Derrick Henry is with the Ravens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah. I don't know how you how
That
you
could be
deal
their
with that,
missing piece. I don't know how much he got left, but if he got anything left,
but
that's their
check.
missing piece.
But I think that he definitely has something left, and regardless, I don't think that Jackson's running is gonna decrease because of that, because of him being there. And I think that it'll maybe there'll be like a 1-2 running back, combo. So I think it kind of takes off the pressure from
Lamar.
Henry,
Well, it's
because
going to be
he
a
got
one,
a
two, three because they still
Yeah,
got Gus Edwards.
yeah.
that's why they lost last year to me in that playoff game. They couldn't keep balance and run the ball. That was the
Yeah,
difference in
they
that
got
game
Gus
against Kansas
Edwards.
City.
And
Yeah.
Gus was putting up some nasty numbers.
I think they beat Kansas City if they have Gus Edwards. I'm not anything can happen. I understand that, but I
Wait,
think it's a lot higher probability with Gus Edwards playing.
who's gonna be starting that? So you think Gus is gonna be the one, right?
No, he
Yep.
would be. Yeah, he'll be the one, but it's gonna be 1-2. They're gonna be primarily a running team.
Oh, for sure.
If if I'm Ravens, Derrick Henry is going to be my goal line and
Short yard.
like maybe third or fourth down back. If I need some power, one or two, maybe break out for a big run. But if I need a definite 1 or 2 yards, throw in Henry.
Now you know what?
And I'm going to
Honestly,
preserve him throughout the whole season.
for me, I think at this point, because I don't think he was really injury bound last year. He just had
No,
moments where he just wasn't, And I think that if you a defense, you know what Tennessee was going to do, and you just focus in on Henry. So
Right.
I think it wasn't that that hard to stop him in a run last year. But honestly, what I would do though is whoever's hot, all right, go ahead. You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
quite honestly.
I'm
And you
just
got to
looking
work
at his
Gus
age.
Edwards back slowly too off of that type of injury. He's not going to be 100% at the beginning of the season anyway.
Right. Yeah. But with Henry's age and where I'm using him, I need you in the playoffs.
Fair point.
They're gonna be tough. They're gonna be fun to watch, for sure.
They are.
Did y'all hear about the
Yeah, they
other
are.
trade that they working behind the scenes?
Who?
They trying to get Jefferson from Minnesota to Kansas City
Oh, ooh,
for
that would be
multiple
unfair, man.
picks
Come
because
on,
That
man.
would be
Minnesota's
so
rebooting.
unfair.
Yeah, Minnesota's rebooting. So Kansas City's
Dude,
they're working that out as we speak. That's the deal that could happen. Is just the compensation.
Come on.
they don't even need a receiver of that caliber. If they get any seriously,
Right.
they could have
Maybe
if
DeAndre
they would have
Hopkins at his
signed
age would have been enough. If you giving me Justin Jefferson pre-prime, he not in his prime yet.
Mike Evans, anybody, if they give that man a real receiver, it's over.
Man, that's ridiculous. That is
But
ridiculous.
they be mortgaging their future though. So understand, they not giving those 6th and 7th round picks to get Jefferson. It's gonna be multiple first.
Yeah.
That's
I get
fine.
it. You winning now. We'll deal with that other nonsense.
Yeah. So I just
Yeah.
saying, they would in the right away they be cold, but it might hurt them down the line.
But if you telling me that I can mortgage away, however far down the line, and I could get 3 or 4 more rings with Mahomes, I think the fans now would be like, okay with
Yep.
That puts them right
that.
back in the championship to me. They've
Yep. That's
signed
it.
Chris Jones. They don't got to worry about him. All the other people is there. The receiving core they got is all young, ain't getting paid nothing.
Yeah, no, the
They got the
fans,
good running backs.
Yeah.
yeah, they'll sell their
Pacheco's
soul for
solid.
that. They definitely will sell their soul. Where do we
Yeah.
Hell
sign,
yeah.
Mr. Devil? Where do we sign, Mr. Devil?
Where we sign?
Right.
Right. Right. The only thing they got to worry about is
Teams have,
Joe Burrow. That's the only thing they got to worry about. Like the rest of them cats. Joe Burrow, he on my list is like, if he not elite, he right there. But
But did
Joe Burrow,
Cincinnati, did they make any moves?
they cut Joe
no, but they
Mixon.
might be losing one.
Yeah.
T. Higgins won out.
Yeah.
Dallas ain't making any moves either.
Joe Mixon got cut, I thought.
He did. I feel like I did. I
Oh,
feel like I saw that. I'm pretty sure you're right about
Mm-hmm.
that.
hell, could you imagine even if Kansas City picked up like a T. Higgins,
Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough.
and we don't have to give that many picks.
They got enough going on. They're good.
Mike Evans got cut too, right? Mike
They
Evans
need
got
more
cut, right?
pieces.
No, he got signed.
Oh, okay.
They re-signed him
Yeah,
Okay.
he gonna retire
because
there.
I thought that he was going to go to Kansas City, but no, he re-signed with Tampa Bay.
I thought Keenan Allen might be the one that was going to go to Kansas City when he got cut from the Chargers.
So, man, I'm lost on all this stuff. I don't know where he at now.
Yeah, Keenan Allen, let me tell y'all. Yeah, Keenan Allen
Yeah, where is he at?
I know the Raiders signed Minshew.
Let's see.
Yeah, where did Garoppolo go too? Somebody signed him too.
Oh Lord,
Yeah, I can't remember where he's going. Somebody picked him up.
Oh, the Bears got Keenan Allen.
Oh,
well, that's his receiver. He got a good receiving core. Keenan Allen and DJ Moore,
Yep. And he's only to a
and they
1-year
just picked
deal.
up a running back. They just
Yep.
picked up Swift.
Yep.
See,
damn.
that's how you see. Now that's the difference between a GM, a new GM, and a new coach that basically inherited a quarterback they didn't want. Because now you see
Correct.
what they're doing for this new guy that they want.
That's
Right.
actually that's dirty. Actually, they put him in a
That's
position to be
pitiful, man.
successful. They put him.
No,
in a
they
position
making him
to be
his
successful.
franchise. But
Yeah.
again, though, you kind of circle back is Chicago didn't see that in him.
Maybe they did. You
Well,
might be
because they
right.
wasn't drafted. Well, that GM and that coach didn't draft them,
Yeah, correct.
so they wasn't willing to
Yeah.
put the pieces around them.
Yeah.
And then you know what? Now that we're talking about it, and you think back last year, mid-season, you remember they got them 2 defensive players, Sweat
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
the other
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
So they was already keying in on this.
They was playing a long game. They was
Well,
just
no, and you
slowly.
know what though? And it wasn't. They didn't even have to tank because this was via a trade
Right,
pick.
Right.
to
You know,
Carolina.
so you're right. Yeah, they
Carolina
knew what
sold
was
their
up with
soul for a
Carolina.
mediocre quarterback,
They
for
was
a poor
rolling the
Yeah.
man's
dice.
Kyler Murray. They sold their soul for a poor man's Kyler Murray. That ain't saying much. But what y'all did mention, what do y'all think about Saquon Barkley going to the Eagles? Does that help them?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
if he can stay healthy.
That's the problem.
You know.
And
Yeah.
again, I think that he will stay healthy because he's going into a situation where you got a mobile quarterback, you
Mm-hmm.
got two good receivers and a tight end. He never had any of that with
New York.
with the
Right.
Giants.
Daniel Jones was his quarterback. Damn, Daniel
Well, and
Jones
no
is
receivers.
trash.
Yeah.
So the load was all on him, kind of like Henry in
And
Tennessee
Titans.
Tennessee.
after A.
Yep.
Brown left.
That's fair.
Very true.
Oh, that's fair. NFL
No.
gonna be real interesting with all these like changes. Cause some of these is big time players or players that were somewhere for a long like Keenan Allen. I never thought the Chargers would get rid of Keenan Allen. He just put up
Yeah.
another 1,000-yard season. That's what make it crazy. And they got rid of Mike Williams. They cut him too.
Yeah.
Well, they got that rookie that they think real highly of,
But
the
right, yeah,
tall
I
guy.
know, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And obviously they
So,
think highly of the quarterback. Everybody loved their quarterback. So
well,
He's
they got a
solid
new
though.
coach now. They got a coach now, so we'll see.
We will
no,
see. I don't know.
yeah,
Any final
football.
words, you
I'm smart
SOBs?
about football.
Let's get through this Buck season first. Then we can start talking about your
Oh, don't
Packers.
trip. It'll be another banner and 5 sir for him. Don't even worry about it. They already making space. I saw him up there the other day on the scaffold looking around like, it'll fit right about here. Right? We straight. we straight. We straight. The only reason I feel confident is because what I will say about the Bucks, then I'm done, is that the Bucks ain't the type of team that you want to have a close game with in the fourth quarter because we will beat you. We're
We
a
are a
fourth
second
quarter
half
team.
team. Yeah,
We
I
are a
agree with
fourth
that.
quarter team. And Dame, even with the Bucks, you done seen Dame in the fourth do some spectacular things. That has to
Yeah.
put fear in your people's heart. And then if you forget about Middleton, Middleton will cook you in the clutch. Middleton will cook you in the clutch. Middleton will cook you. So I just feel like as far as people, the finishers, we have the best assortment of finishers on one team versus anybody in the NBA.
We'll see.
Oh, I'm telling you,
We
Jalen
will.
Brown ain't no finisher. Tatum ain't hit no game winners. Get him up out of it.
So we're going to start
He
doing
been with
this
Boston
every
how many
Monday.
years? I think that Dame Lillard got more big shots than Tatum got just this 1 year with the Bucks.
We're going to
Dude.
start doing this every Monday.
I don't know, man. What you gonna be on every Monday, Lamont?
Hey,
But well, the reason
let me tell you.
the reason why I'm asking is because if we are, then I mean, Am, you're the computer whiz. I
Right.
would like if you can figure out how to do like little flames under me right here.
Mike could actually do that low key. I think he actually could get them
Yeah,
to slide in and have some type
Yeah,
of flame emoji.
I could do that.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
want no
actually
Will
damn
I? Will I? No.
no, but
I don't
he
want no
has the
damn
capability
applause.
and the ability.
Yeah,
That's
I
actually
don't want that
hilarious.
cheap applause anymore. I would like flames and a siren.
The siren. Hey, let me just tell you one last thing, Lamont. So me and Am went to one of the games. I can't remember who we was playing. Do you know this dude yelled to Brooke Lopez? He's like, "Be a man, Lopez." He told him, "Be a man." Dude told him to be a man. Do you know how funny that was, dude? Tell some grown man to be a man.
Hey, I be
That
watching
is
the game
hilarious.
sometimes. Yeah, I apologize for any Bucks fans that see me at the game. That's not really who I
Right. He'd be out of control. He'd be completely out of control.
am.
That's exactly who he is.
Right.
Oh, shout out! Hey, this is a good one right here. You might have to put this in a playlist called Instant Classic or something like that. You gonna have to. No, this was a good
He
one.
gonna
This
try
was
to
really good.
he gonna try to edit some of my better moments out.
Yeah, I already
All
know.
of
I'm
it.
gonna see it in a minute.
We'll
It's gonna
never
be
hear
on
this.
TikTok.
Hey,
You better
we-
start loading on
hey,
TikTok before it get banned. You better start
nah,
loading
hey.
on
You know
TikTok before
what?
it get banned.
We'll never see this again. This is getting to the
let,
vaults. Put this in. Hey,
let me
put
start
this in with
let,
Cortez. We putting
He
this in
gonna
the
let
put
me
it in
start
vault.
working.
the
We put this in
Let
with
me send off
Cortez.
this copyright.
I'm gonna
Shout
break
out to
this out.
Battle Rat.
I'm gonna break this out in like 3 years.
Shout
I'm
out
gonna
to
break this one
Chess.
out in like 3 years.
Shout out to Chess.
All right, brothers.
All
Next
right,
time
all right, go.
we out.
All
This
right,
is a
Chuck.
classic one. This is really funny as hell today. Bro. This is crazy.